looking to fight for this one. It does look like Net just going to back away from it, toss out a snake bite. Meanwhile, up towards short, it's aggression here from the guard as Trent can't quite find the shots just yet. Gangsta going to pick one up of his own, and the rest of the team's been completely split off. A 1-for-1 trade as we go back to the drawing board.
There's a Sage wall as well. For the early pressure, the early attempt that we saw, this guy is using one of the two control players that they have here. One of those Mooks players still going down, and the guard's still being so patient. It's gonna be a fast one here, and Net has to back up. Doesn't even matter, spikes down.
And Net is just so good as an anchor, whether it be on the Sentinel or even here on the Viper, doing so much right there. 4 players walked through a snake bite, 1 player dealt with, and he's still here on the site to try and fight forward. Tex, fortunately, there to help him out, and a couple of right clicks later.
Toxins going up.
Uh-oh, Steel. Mr. Lurk himself, and it's not even Steel to do it, it's Gangsta instead. Trent able to find one. Gangsta still healthy though. Blast pack to help that raise sneak away, and yep, Trent is out of there, but it's DSG who kind of steal away the start of this round. A 2-for-1 trade.
It's a good fight as well, but just needs a little bit more, and Trent keeps going back and back, and this is the thing, right? If they're able to work out together, maybe more trades can take place. Though Tex goes down, Spike is gonna be planted here on this A site.
Steel, you gotta go, buddy. 1 HP. Try and keep that Viper alive. 2 snake bites still to play with as Gangsta tosses out the incendiary to buy some time on the flank. And that's Net just around the corner, biding his time to try and find a way to help the team back on as Exalt fights through U-Haul. Gangsta will find another of their own, and this is just a DSG massacre here. Trent gonna try and pick up the pieces, but he's running out of time to do it. Gangsta sneaks away, low HP on both controllers alive, but it doesn't matter. Trent to head for the hills. Steel won't allow it.
What is he up and coming? But this is, I mean, he's already playing for challenges, right? So it's such a talented player that if given the chances, he's gonna pop off. Now on the other side though, the showstopper not gonna get too much, but look at where Clear is.
Yeah, I mean,
and everybody wanted to go
I've got your trail.
towards showers. One of those players getting taken down means the Seekers are gonna come out. Clear good for 2 now, as Valyn again going down so early.
very aware. Our DSG. Clear finally dealt with. Only having 100 health means that Phantom becomes a Vandal. No way. Trent wants to go aggressive with it, trying to capitalize, but only finds damage as Jonah. Very aware. Our DSG. Clear finally dealt with. Only having 100 health means that Phantom becomes a Vandal. No way. Trent wants to go aggressive with it, trying to capitalize, but only finds damage as Jonah P will once more work his way back up the flank. Steel dealt with. Tex happy to have that kill, and they've slowed things down for now, but a player ahead still are DSG. They've got some time on the clock. Teleporter play still an option. Left. Incendiary goes down. That should stop the push from back sight. Tex gonna play on the back end of a slow orb. And now the guard are put in a position where they have to pull the trigger, and Jonah P doesn't feel comfortable pushing up, but Tex does Tex things and starts to cut them all down. 3 of his own as Jonah P in the 1v1, but he's flashed up, taken down, and it's Exalt to find. You can say the same for DSG.
Guys, can they get away with another one though? Net coming from behind, manages to get 2. There's still the time. It's what this guys has been doing over and over again. They could take the lead in the first half. They can make it to 7. And he gets very close, but finally the guard.
So happy to have Gangsta back on the board. But look at this, Net just tucked. Trent gonna go up top, the showstopper, find the first kill. That's it down. Valyn finds another. Okay, Incendiaries really getting the job done. And this one, maybe a bit premature from Gangsta. There's gonna be a lot of time left on the clock. He'll swing, but the blast pack will make things awkward, and Trent there for the trade. A resurrection of their own will now swing numbers heavily in favor of the guard, and just like that, they wipe the floor with DSG, and they find a free buddy there, and they're expecting the push. So the incendiary go down. They actually get traded back and forth. Paint shells to try and force one off the angle. Clear go good for one, but Jonah P, not only does he have an op, he's got himself a rifle. He's still able to fight with everything that he needs as he's crunched between two. Jonah P able to sneak away. Zegzal creeps up out towards long. The spike is in hookah. This is not a great spot for that spike to be, and Jonah P wants to take this round away from DSG, and that's exactly the case. We're knotted at 6 as we swap sides.
Trying to be the first one that took that contact early on, but it's similar to what we saw from those guys, right? Showers, but there's nobody up close. Trent is gonna take that early one. This guy's is left with a 3v3 to deal with. Still so much time though for the guard. Driving that orb, backing up.
Poison orb emitting.
And look at the health, right? The only player that's really available to a duel right now is Ziff, and he is not in great shape. He'll also be spotted, now taken down, decapitated by Net. Tex will find the next. They're not expecting one more. No way. Clear, still alive. And he survives with 22 HP. With 6 rounds left in the Ghost, he's also got himself the nade, but unfortunately, Valyn just...
I mean, if you're on the side of the guard, definitely anything is possible here. Oh, Steel had to get his one there at least. Try to get things even up. But it's such a good opening, and now we know Exalt is going to be here as well.
Wow, and I mean, they're just full sending. Nice snake bite. That's going to find vulnerability onto Exalt. Allows...
Maybe not so many rounds in a row, but it was the same idea of... It felt like...
Way, the guard, quick to fight out towards Showers. Wall going to go up. Orbital strike, no way. Vulnerable as well. What is that snake bite? The guard just go nuclear at the start of this round.
What a good plan as well. They use a guiding light. They know one player Showers, and they make sure... There's no escape for Sif. Immediately shot down, and the only ultimate that was available, that orbital strike, gets so much more value. It's massive as well for the positionings too.
And the guard are just bonusing after bonusing after bonusing. These guys haven't even dipped into the savings that they've got. They're still rocking. I mean,
they never seem to be panicking with the time.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, a lot of respect from DSG, but also from the guard as well. Like you said, not panicking with time, still looking to play this slow. And they've eventually, through that slow, methodical, they've been able to find their way onto the site. Steel, however, picks up 2 of his own. Good body shot onto Net will confirm another. So the last one standing is Valyn, and he's got 4 HP. He's trying to get crazy with it, but Gangsta. Well, just playing the jump peek, trying to spot anybody walking through hookah. Now he's got an inclination. Slow orb comes down. Flash comes out. Not quite popped as the rocket comes through. Steel dealt with. Tex will find the next. So both defenders erased here on the B site. The guard. Oh my goodness. Okay. Paint shells out and over the top. Uncle Rico makes an appearance. And that'll bring things back to a 3v3. But information now confirmed as Gangsta slowly works his way through the halls. Net going to be playing close inside the cubby. And as for DSG, they got a sky smoke to work through. Meanwhile, Ziff is heavily expecting a flank, expecting somebody just behind him. Clear comes out, rocket goes down, so does Net. Ziff picks up the next, and Jonah P has been good for it. Mr. Multi-kill for the guard. Gonna toss out the first flash. That one won't find anybody, and Gangsta does it again. I mean, the guard are still here. They're still leaning this way. And these Seekers will now start to reveal what the play looks like. Steel gets aggressive. No, Valyn falls asleep on the angle, and Steel not quite allowed to sneak away. Tex is there, will equalize and bring one back. So +1 are the guard here as they work their way towards this B side. Exalt wants to get aggressive, but Tex is doing Tex things again. We go orbital strike for orbital strike, and unfortunately the Hammer of Dawn for both players finds absolutely nothing. But the spike has made its way onto the site, and Clear, unfortunately, clear-minded, thanks to Net. Seeker's out, snakebite down, a sky smoke that follows just behind it. Valyn received the heal, so he'll be healthy to try and take this site. Unfortunately, Steel, you can't say the same as Tech swings across the site and immediately dispatches of his counterpart in Ziv. And the guard do it again. They take this B site. Once more, they have to try and hold on to it. And if you're DSG, I mean, you're running out of rounds, right? You cannot continue to afford just saving the rifles you have. And it looks like that might not be the case. 3v5. Surely just around the corner.
Some of these retakes have been good for these guys, but can they do it again? Clear, good for another paint shell kill. We've seen so many of those from him. But again, time against them. The guard trying to answer back, and they're able to do just that as one by one, the players of these guys are going to get shot.
Here in Group B, especially against the top team in Group B. Unfortunately, I mean, Steel just keeps putting himself out there a little too much, and the guard have found a way to punish him every single time.
I mean, completely alone, right? Nobody has as well to trade, and thinking that that smoke is going to be enough, but turns out into another trade. This is only playing for the guard's strength. As he shot down the side of this guy's one by one, clear and gangsta. Can you make it happen out of hookah?
And what do they have? 2 blast packs. Sky smoke. One comes down. Clear finds the kill. Now the showstopper online. Drops the base back sight, but it doesn't find the kill. And now Gangsta has to try and do it with 85 HP and 2 players to worry about. Unfortunately, just falls short as we cross the finish line here on Bind. It's 13-9 in favor. Gonna start themselves on the attacking side. We'll see what they have cooked up. The 0 point goes out. Bit of information scooped up there. And speaking of Jets, no way. Clear goes insane as he dashes through tree and deals with 2 players. Now 2 more to worry about. That swarm grenade we dealt with in itself. The site's been taken. Spike will finally get planted.
Clear for the good entry though, but guard, look at that. They're answering back. The Jonah piece of the last one alive. 6 HP. Playing around tree, it's just so difficult to get anything else going on though. If someone can do it, it's gotta be him. As time starts to run out, nobody wants to contest it.
Look at the wrap though. Steel was playing in main. Jonah P doesn't even know where Steel was at. I think now the call was just made, and he's wrapped all the way around through A main and out. Nobody there to fight. Fortunately, I think that bodes in favor of DSG. That long-range rifle we gotten the job done. Steel gonna try and take a fight. Comes back into this round with only a sheriff, and well, it looked like it. Only having a sheriff means he doesn't quite win out the duel that he had taken. So damage dealt. 3 players fall on the side of DSG. They will be awarded the plant, however. So an ult pip for Ziff, working towards that lockdown. And he's got some pretty good sight lockdown, right? Nano Swarm to stop that push from Tree. Exalt playing out towards main. Ziff's position not yet noted, but dropping down. Tex will find.
This is where this guy wants to end up with, but you have to now deal with so much.
And as they look to take the site, Recon Bolt goes out. Steel, however, runs his way onto the site, and now he's got his feet planted firmly on it. Shrouded Step. It's going to be dealt with. The Odin here to spam. Some more players just around the corner. We'll see how Trent deals with this as Tech's going to bail him out, and Trent completely unneeded here in the rest of this site hold with 20 HP. Exalt forced to reload. And, well, speaking of Trent,
This guys to get something going that doesn't feel completely uncomfortable for them. And look at that. This is the problem, right? On the other side, completely surrounded.
30
Tex
seconds
gets traded. It's a 4v3. Jonah P, look at this angle. Waiting on the other side. Actually manages to get it.
I mean, and Ziff is just completely unaware that Jonah wants to continue to fight for this, but now it's all in the hands of Clear, who, very capable, by the way, with 12 seconds left on the clock, though. Net gonna try and walk away, give up this space. He goes up and over the top, out towards the site. Clear will go. Now we'll be surrounded as it looks to get this spike planted. Net just around the corner. The right click doesn't land. It doesn't quite hit like it used to. Drop something like that when you have these weapons, right? Make it doable, and that's what they're looking to do here, though. Faster out towards B. Unfortunately, the operator's still here. No, Tex has no way out, and Clear will punish. Now Trent gonna tuck himself backside. Valyn also here to try and help his Sova, but everybody's flashed up, and the shots are just going astray. Trent now 4 kills in the last couple of rounds. Excuse me, Valyn 4 kills in the last couple of rounds, but that's where it ends as Net switched up the setup, I should say, out towards A, and unfortunately hasn't really been a part of the action. Now we'll find his way back in. Finds the first of 4. Still healthy. He sends some shots out. Turret peek comes through. Steel gonna spray through it, and the Odin.
All the way to heaven, and they don't have that to work with. And this is what happens, right? That Strong delay coming through on the other side. Trent only able to tag one of those
30
players.
seconds left.
Again, Valyn capitalizing from it.
I can't help but imagine, if not in the moment, at the end of this, Valyn gonna have a huge smile on his face in just finding these rounds where he continues to diff steal in way of kills and way of IGLing, and in this one, DSG, again, the clock, their worst enemy. They get completely stunted in this reroll.
4 players there, and Valyn plays that forward positioning to get one of those kills towards mid. Now Tegs, very, very aggressive. Actually ends up getting punished, doesn't back up enough, and still answers back.
And he does. I thought he had some help, that being Tex.
Valyn.
Not really the case. Look at that spam, though. So much thrown out towards mid. If it wasn't Tex, it was Valyn. There is a recon bolt, so they weren't ready inside main. Then the spam comes through from the Odin, and Trent still survives. But for how much longer? No way the right click does that. Trent is still alive. Eventually, he'll be about. Both detected. Both suppressed, but it does not stop the rifle fire. That should be coming his way. Shots onto the first. Don't quite land. Finds the next. Takes the head off a clear fragment to try and force the Sova off the angle. Now he looks to take the fight, but he's running out of time. He's got to win it right here, right now. Jonah P does it. And 7-5 is all that DSG can hope for here in the first half. And with what they have in this round, it's very far-fetched. Or is it? Okay, Exalt shows up huge. 2 kills of his own, but look at that from Valyn.
What? 3 kills? I mean, what just happened? Everybody taken down with Valyn at once, and he's just having such an insane game right now. 2 remaining. Could potentially get it. Oh my god, Valyn! Finding so much success, it's ridiculous.
And a good pop of the Nano Swarm. Steel gonna go aggressively with that Shrouded Step, expecting nobody on the site. Instead, running into 2 as DSG will trade back 2 for 1, only losing their IGL. They'll have that spike planted as Trent looking for some sort of spam. Net now gonna drop the lockdown and see how many he can detain. We'll see how DSG try and play this one out.
And this is the first time that I see that execute that this guy's tried and did every single time in the open qualifier. But is it too late? Do they have enough time? They're trying to get a couple trades, but look at that. The guard is on site, having that control. 2v2.
1 enemy remaining.
And this was just played so awkwardly by DSG too.
Because for these guys, before it was the opposite. It was the early lead for them, but now an early disadvantage.
No.
And what is Tex doing?
And Tex is playing a different game. This is not Valorant for that guy. He is updrafting. He is slowly working his way on down, right-clicking and finding kills. That I was gonna mention. Right now, Tex, the game is in his hands on the attacking side, and then he goes and does something like that.
And it's similar to things that Clear has attempted to do, but it's just the team here for the guard now on the attacking side, finding that success from the failed attempts that these guys had early on, and yeah, in the meantime, the guard, they have another plan.
They're working their way towards A. They don't know that Ziff is set up on this side of the map, however. And a beautiful recon bolt allows for a bit of spam and 2 kills to be found. So DSG showing signs of life. As if still holds the angle out towards main. 2 players that way. Valyn will once more best steal in the rifle battle. But numbers in favor of the defense.
Jonah P just playing around that catwalk. Doesn't get too much, goes back with the team. Seems like it's already in lockdown with this Odin. 20 seconds.
And time really becoming a problem. If it wasn't for the kills, the clock point, recon bolts, nobody inside A main directly, and the guard want to try and take this one so fast here, Dryad.
Big round here coming up, and then the Hunter's Fury is going to get invested early on. Manages to find Trent, who also had his own Hunter's Fury. Good opportunity, but the guard answering back right away. And look at that. Spike is going to be planted. The early pick doesn't even matter anymore.
It gets so awkward though. Gangsta was just a bit too quick on the trigger, and now it comes down to the rifles and the retake. The operator drops down, Clear finds a kill, gets it back, and the guard will do it. The defense in the post just a bit too strong, and the guard will take the series 2-0.